Good morning, everyone. Myself Patel ma'am from IGM College Karad. Today we are going to see the subject OCM. In the OCM we have started with the third chapter, entrepreneurship development. Entrepreneur plays a very important role in the for the development of the country, and they play such an important role that they bring more and more development as well as the nation's progress too. Okay, they are said as a backbone of the country. We have seen over here that how entrepreneur, which is related with the fourth factor of production, first is land, labor, capital, and the fourth factor of production is the entrepreneur. Entrepreneur today also has been a very great part in our development of the nation. So in the last lecture we all have seen about the introduction, then we have seen the history starting from the 16th century till 18th century, how Richard Cantillon has put forth the word entrepreneur as a concept of the business activities and the economic activities. Then we have seen about the history, about that various concept, how the entrepreneur was derived from the French verb entreprendre, which means to undertake, and then we have seen the concept of it, the various concept we have seen like how and who is said as an entrepreneur, like a common businessman, small grocery shop also is said as an entrepreneur, freelancing plumber is also said as an entrepreneur, a laundry service man is also said as an entrepreneur, and a big millionaire person like a Reliance Company Limited, Ambani's are also said as an entrepreneur. So we have seen the concept of it. Today we will see further of this chapter, which is the definition. Today we will see the definition of the entrepreneur. Okay, let's go ahead. Howard Stevenson, a long-time professor at Harvard Business School, defines entrepreneurship is the pursuit of opportunity beyond resources control. Now Stevenson says what? Stevenson, who is a long time professor in the Harvard Business School, he said entrepreneurship is the pursuit of opportunity beyond resources control. It is what entrepreneurship is, what it's a pursuit of opportunity and beyond resources control. Okay, number 2, Webster Dictionary gives a definition. What Webster Dictionary says, let's see. An entrepreneur is a person who starts a business and is willing to risk loss in order to make money. Yes, of course, this is the correct part of it. Who, according to Webster Dictionary, an entrepreneur is who? He is a person who is willing to do the business. He is a person who know that when I invest into my business, at that time risk may be there, loss may be there, and when I want money, at that time I have to bear a risk also. Always remember, entrepreneurs are the innovators and risk taker. Underline this line. Always remember, entrepreneurs are always said as an innovator. They are always said as a risk taker also. Why? Because when you want to make money, at that time you have to bear risk also in the form of loss. Then only you can make money from that. Got it? Next is, according to Oxford English Dictionary, it defines entrepreneur is a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses taking an greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. Yes, of course, Oxford Dictionary says correctly. According to Oxford Dictionary, again an entrepreneur is a person who is going to organize. Yes, of course, you are going to organize men, material, machine, method, all together. Yes, of course, these resources have to be brought together, and he is going to operate the business or various type of businesses taking a greater than a normal financial risk. That means I can take a small risk also or a big risk also. Why? Just to make a money. Got it, everyone? So 3 definition was there by Stevenson. Okay, Stevenson is first one, and Webster Dictionary, and the next one is according to Oxford English Dictionary. 3 definition is put forth by entrepreneur. Got it, everyone? Yes or no? Moving ahead, we have seen now intro, history, various concept of entrepreneur, the definition, 3 definition of entrepreneur. Moving ahead, the next is the characteristics of entrepreneur. Let's see further. Characteristics of entrepreneur. Here 8 is given to you. 8 is given to you. The first is said as intellectual capabilities. The second is future vision. Okay, one by one we will see into detail. Characteristics of the entrepreneur. The entrepreneurs have some special characteristic like what? Like creative thinking, imagination, sincerity in the work, enthusiasm in work, and these characteristics are briefly stated below. You know very well who is an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is such a one who is going to create something very new. He is always enthusiastic in his work. He always do the work with a sincerity. Okay, these are the special characteristics which every entrepreneur should have, and they have that. Okay, what they want, you need an enthusiasm in the work, with a great sincerity you work, then some of the new thinking, new imagination, it should be there. These are the special characteristics, but with that some other characteristics should also be there, that is stated below. The first one is intellectual capabilities. Now what comes in intellectual capabilities? An entrepreneur is a creative thinker. He has reasonably good intelligence. That means always what he should, first of all, intellectual capability, common language, if I say, he should be intelligent. Okay, that means when you want to make money, you should be intelligent enough to make money from the capital which you all have invested. So an entrepreneur is always said as a creative thinker, reasonably good intelligent. That means he should always be a good intelligent person, and he should always a creative thinker. He should always think something new, something creativity over here. He has ability to analyze business situation, and this ability will help him to take proper decision. What it is said that entrepreneur is always what he is having an ability. What ability he has? He has ability, such a good ability that he can analyze any business situation. Always in the business, the situations occur. Some situations can be tackled out in a very easier way by the entrepreneur, but some make such a big, like some entrepreneur gets sometimes in a panic. But he should always, such a good analyze, he should always analyze the situation and can take a good business decision, not situation, decision. A good business decision he can take. When he is going to analyze the situation. When he is going to analyze the situation, afterwards, as he is he is having good intellectual capability, good intelligence, a good creative thinker, at that time he can analyze the situation and can get some solutions from it and can take a good decision. Got it, everyone? That is intellectual capability, number 1. Number 2 characteristic is future vision. Like commonly you say businessman is futuristic. They always think about the future. Okay, so entrepreneur has a good foresight about future market situation. Always as an entrepreneur, you should think about the future. You should be futuristic in nature. Yes or no? Not only the today situation you have to see, or you have to underline, understand and analyze the further situation also. You know that this situation may arise in your market. This situation, like sometime you produce some or the another goods, and it happens what the goods which are produced are not demanded in the market. Now in this situation, what to do? Okay, at that time any or the other, like change in fashion, change in technology, change in the government government policies always bring something risk to the businessman, to the entrepreneur. So always he should be futuristic in nature. He should always know about the various foresight risk which is going to come in the market. So entrepreneur has a good foresight about future market situation. He should always have knowledge about external business environment. What he should have? He should have always a knowledge about the what external business environment, where suppliers are there, various types of other owners are there, various types of government policies are there. In the external environment, various types of social environment, cultural environment, law, regulatory law, all this thing is there. He should know about that. So he should also have knowledge about external business environment. This will help him to take proper decision according to the situation and changes in the market. So he can take timely actions for the same. So when proper decisions are took at that time according to the situation, change in the market, he can take a timely actions for the change. That means when situation changes, at that time timely action can be took, and for that the work can be done in a more better way. So always the entrepreneur should be futuristic in nature, should always have a good foresight about the various situations that may arise in the market. He should also have the knowledge about external business environment and can take a proper decision about the changes in situation in the market, and always timely action can be taken. That is the point number 2. Point number 3, you all know very well that the entrepreneur should do always hard work. What he should do? He should do always hard work. And number 4 is technical knowledge. Technical knowledge. Okay, then point number 3 is hard work. You know very well, hard work is going to bring success in the life. As an entrepreneur, he should always do the work. I should always do such a work that is going to bring success into the enterprises. So entrepreneur who do the work in the enterprise always is a hard worker. So entrepreneur is always ready to do work hard, and that is going to bring the success into his business. It is more necessary when a new venture is started. Yes, of course, take a common example. When an entrepreneur is going to start a new business. When entrepreneur is going to start a new business, venture means what? A new business. And commonly when a new business is set up, that is at that time it's a prime duty of the entrepreneur itself that he has to work devotedly. No timing is there, no schedule is there. He is going to work day and night. Why? To bring success into his enterprise. So he should always work for long hours, and many a time he has to handle the main areas of business independently. Yes, he is not going to depend on others to do the work. He is himself is going to work for long hours, day and night he is going to work, and he is going to bring success into enterprise. As an entrepreneur, he started a new business, and independently he is working. He is not depending on other. Like example, commonly in the big business, what happened in the big business? Entrepreneur, it happens sometime when lots of employees are there. You divide the work into the various employees, and at that time the work is done into the better way. So over here, when this situation arises, at that time we work independently most of the time. We don't depend on other, and this brings us success into the enterprise. So always remember, an entrepreneur should be a hard worker. For long hours he has to work. When he starts his own venture or a small business, at that time independently he has to do the work. He has to not depend on others for that. This is only the reason that is going to bring a successful entrepreneur into the path. Got it, everyone? Number 3 point is hard work. Number 4 is technical knowledge. Now commonly knowledge in the concept of entrepreneur, already we have seen what? We have seen that no formal education here is needed for an entrepreneur. A common person who is illiterate also can become an entrepreneur. Example is given to you. What? A common plumber who is a freelancing plumber is also an entrepreneur. A laundry service man is also an entrepreneur. And big Reliance company who is a millennial person is also an entrepreneur. When you take an example of this, from this you can understand that technical knowledge is more important over your knowledge. A formal education knowledge is not. Technically, he should be sound enough that any situation arises, any risk arises, he can handle it in a very greater way. So, an entrepreneur should have a good technical knowledge about his business. The entrepreneur has the ability to update himself. Whatever the new technology comes, at that time he has to update his technology. Like you are not using the old methods of technology. At that time, for the production level, use a various technique which is updated, which is newly invented in the market. Machineries, methods always has to be updated. Remember, as a common businessman, as a common entrepreneur, this thing he has to know. So he has the ability to update himself with the latest knowledge about the product, process and the technology. So the various products that are brought into the market, various technology and various processes he should always know. So from this you can understand that he should have a technical knowledge. Point number 5 is communication skill. Point number 5 is communication skill. And number 6 is highly optimistic. Next point is, which we will see now, is about the communication skill. Now various skill an entrepreneur has, but what skill? Extra skill is about the communication. You know very well, two parties are going to come together, they are going to communicate together. At that time, communication should be good. He should not be harsh in the language. He should be soft, polite in the language. Entrepreneur need to communicate with the different people like customers, suppliers, creditors, employees, etc. He must be able to express his view, idea, strategy very effectively. That means your language of communication should be good, sound enough and should be polite also. Because as an entrepreneur, you have to deal with the various party like customers, suppliers, and you have to bring your idea. You have to put front of them your idea, your strategy of work. At that time, you should be good, sound enough in your communication. It is necessary that there is a proper understanding between the sender and the receiver of the message. You know very well, in the communication, two parties are there. Sender who is going to send the message, or receiver who is going to receive it. So these two parties who are going to come together in the communication skill, remember, they always pay a lot of importance in the successful business. So he should have a good communication skill with the various type of creditors, supplier, customers in the market, and he should put front in them their idea, their strategies, what he want to explain him. So good message should be sent between of them like a sender and a receiver. Number 6 is highly optimistic. Okay, optimistic, you know very well, he should have a positive attitude. Common language, a positive attitude. Or highly optimistic, you say. So he is highly having a good positive attitude towards his work. An entrepreneur has to always think positively, and he is always hopeful and confident about the market situation even in failure time. Always an entrepreneur should be positive attitude. He should be highly optimistic. Like common sense, just common language, you know very well that as an entrepreneur, success or failure always is going to come in the path of an entrepreneur. Yes or no? When you have set up a business, at that time it doesn't come that in every year you are going to earn profit only. No. Always remember, risk always come in the business. When you invest an amount of a capital, at that time when you want to make money of that capital, at that time risk always comes in that. So remember, success and failure are what? Two sides of a one coin. Yes or no? Every coin has a two sides. Just like that, success also also can be there, and failure can also be there in the path of an entrepreneur. So always he should be positive in nature, and he should always take it positively. If any failure occur, he should take it positively and should learn something from that failure and should get back again. Yes or no? So always he should learn from the failure and should be highly optimistic, positive in the nature. Some positive attitude helps him to run his business successfully. Yes, of course, that business what he is running, if failure occur also, he is going to set back again. Yes or no? Learn from the failure and come back again with a greater force in the work and bring success into the business. So always an entrepreneur should be highly optimistic. That means positive attitude towards the business. Okay. Number 7 is risk bearing capacity. And number 8 is self confidence. Okay. Number 7 is risk bearing capacity. Risk which is going to there. As I said you earlier also, risk is inevitable in nature. Not a single businessman invites the risk. Risk is going to come only, and you have to accept the risk. When you invest a capital to make money, at that time risk is going to come as a part of a loss into your business. But the thing is what? You have to minimize the risk. You cannot avoid the risk. Remember, you cannot avoid the risk. Don't come. Risk is inevitable. It is going to come into the business. Failure will come, loss will come. You have to accept it. Okay, always remember risk bearing capacity an entrepreneur should have. An entrepreneur is regarded as an innovator and a risk taker. Who is an entrepreneur? An innovator who is going to innovate something, new idea, new creativity. He should always bring into the market his ability, what he want to show to the common people in the market. He is going to show by whom? By launching the various type of the new product that is going to attract the common customer. Entrepreneur always do such a thing that is going to fulfillment the customer satisfaction. Wants are unlimited, yes or no? It goes on changing depending upon to the taste, preferences, habits, yes or no? And at that time, what is the taste of the common customer? He is going to try to fulfill the customer satisfaction. So at that time, entrepreneur is said as an innovator and also a risk taker. Risk is always going to be there into the business. Successful entrepreneur always has a good capacity to work, a good capacity to work in such a part that is going to bring a new idea. Okay, successful entrepreneurs always calculate the various type of a risk. He is ready to face the challenges and always seek new and more opportunity. Always when you are a successful entrepreneur, at that time bear the risk, learn something from the failure if loss is there, and always set back from the failure with the new part into the business. So always risk bearing capacity an entrepreneur should have. If risk occur, he should bear it. And the last is self confidence. Of course, yes, you should be self confidence. You should have into your business, into your work. Yes, at that time only you can do the work with a greater force. So entrepreneur should be self confident with a positive desire to achieve the goal. Yes, of course, when you are an entrepreneur, you have set a goal. You set a goal and you want to achieve that goal. Objective is set and you work for that objective. That is you have to achieve that goal. So always as an entrepreneur, be self-confident, achieve the goal what you have set, a target in front of you. Self-motivation keeps him strong and confident to face the various obstacles. Various obstacle is going to come. Obstacle means what? Hindrances. Any problems which is going to come into the business, that problem you have to tackle it with your your positive attitude and always self-motivate yourself. Okay, that is what self-confidence what entrepreneur should have. So today we have seen the definition of entrepreneur and the characteristics of entrepreneur, which was divided into 8 parts: intellectual capabilities, future vision, hard work, technical knowledge, communication skill, highly optimistic and risk bearing capacity, and self-confidence. Yeah, that's all for today. Thank you.